Sign up to the SBR Network and use your free daily bet points to earn real-world prizes. Click on the page and start winning now.
Welcome everyone, I'm Jordan Sharp. Tuesday night's hoops action in game one of a couple of good series, one in the East, one in the West. And after the Brooklyn Nets and Miami Heat meet up for the first time, our final game one of the second round of the playoffs will be the Portland Trail Blazers heading into San Antonio to start their second round series with the Spurs. And the Spurs come in as a 6.5 point favorite in the NBA odds with a total of 205.5. Now, you really need, if you read my series article and video on the series here between the San Antonio Spurs and the Portland Trail Blazers, you'll know that I am very, very bullish on Portland in this series, and I think it could be a good value here in game one as 6.5 point underdogs. However, I'm not going to take the points in this game yet. I'm going to wait, I think, and see what happens in game one, and instead go with a wager for this game on the total at 205.5, which is just absolutely way too low for these two teams. Despite both of their ability to play defense and lock down on defense, it doesn't happen a whole lot. And 205.5, despite their regular season series going against one another, is at 2-2 for the total. Despite all that, I think at 205.5, the over is going to fly over here in game one as these two start to feel one another out. The Blazers, of course, had a little bit of rest, more than San Antonio, and I think that exactly the spots where both of these two teams are good is at point guard and power forward, and those two matchups between Lillard and Parker and Duncan and Aldridge are going to be absolutely crucial in this series. And in the game one, with the Spurs a little bit tired and with Portland coming in on the road, I think the over could have a lot of value. The Blazers' road defense was not spectacular this season at all. I think they also could have a little trouble with some of the other Spurs not named Parker and Duncan. I think it's going to be a completely opposite series from what we saw from San Antonio and Dallas. Dallas really struggled against Parker and Duncan. I think Portland is actually going to play them quite well. San Antonio, they might struggle against some of San Antonio's other players like Tiago Splitter, for instance, Manu Ginobili especially, and Kawhi Leonard also. But San Antonio has now cashed the over in 5 of their last 6 games in that Dallas series, and dating back to the regular season, Portland has cashed the over in 7 of their last 9, despite cashing the under in the final 2 games of that Houston series. But like I said, the total is split 2-2 here in this regular season. But with both times in San Antonio, even though it did go under in those 2 games, I think that is what's making this total just a little bit underfunded here at 205.5. I put it a little bit higher than that, around 208, and so it was very surprising to see it about 2.5 points lower than what I handicapped it at. So should make for a very nice overplay on Tuesday evening to wrap up the game ones of the second round here of the NBA playoffs. Best of luck to you on this one. Make sure you check out my play on the Nets and the Heat tonight as well if there's still time. But until then, I'm Jordan Sharp, and this has been another edition of The Sharp Pick.